She grabbed my phone and she was seeing it. And then she says, I'm telling you something, but what I'm telling you right now, I'm not playing, I'm not kidding around. What I'm telling you is you gotta do it. And I said, okay, what's going on? And she says, you see that tape? Just get it, and you gotta duct tape your girls from the hands. And I said, I gotta what? She says, yeah, you gotta put duct tape on your girls. And I said, why? She says, because I need $10,000, and there's 2 other persons that are involved in this with me. And they told me that your husband works with a semi truck. And she said that these guys were friends of my husband, and that they knew that he had a lot of money because he works in one of those semi trucks. And I told her, are you crazy? I don't have that kind of money. My husband doesn't have that kind of money. You already went to my house. You already seen my house. I'm not rich for me to be giving you that kind of money. She says, well, you're not giving it to me. Your husband is gonna have to pay if he wants to see you girls back. And I said, I don't think so, and I'm not gonna put duct tape on my girls. So she starts running upstairs, and I start running upstairs too, back of her, and grab her by her hair and pulled her down, and took my phone away so that my daughter could grab it and call the police. So she calls the police, and I started screaming to my daughter, get the other baby and put her upstairs to safety. So she comes downstairs and put my other little daughter to safety upstairs.
Your older daughter brought your
My
younger.
smaller, and we were struggling, fighting there. And she wanted to grab my bigger daughter, and then she couldn't. And then she tried to get the other one, and she couldn't because we were fighting. I just was holding her from her hand and from her body so she wouldn't grab none of them. And on one of those, I hit her really hard in the eye, and she grabbed her face. And when she grabbed her face, I ran to the van, opened it, and put my girls in there. She kept on trying to get inside the van. She tried choking my daughter, and that got me more mad. So at that moment, I was still fighting her in there in the van. And I turned on the van and put it on reverse. And when I put it on reverse, she grabbed the thing and put it back on parking. And I put it again on reverse to back the truck up. But at that time, when we were fighting over that, she took the keys out of my van. She put it on parking and took the keys and threw him to the other side. At that time, a truck, a Renault truck, was parking on the back, and it was blocking the way. And I started thinking, would this be the other 2 persons that were gonna come with her, or what's going on? And at that time, I was very scared. She started calming down. And she said, I'm sorry for what I'm doing, but it's that these guys told me that if I wouldn't do this, that they were gonna do this to me. They were gonna pick me up too, and that I had to, whichever way, however it could be done, but I had to leave you girls on the basement. And I said, you didn't have to do anything like this. You should have talked to me. We were friends, right? You should have told me, you know what, I need money. Is there a way you can help me? Or is there a way I can... But you never talked. You just want to do everything in another way, and that's not going to happen. And at that moment when we were talking like that, the police were right there on the other side, and I started screaming, and she told me, "Don't say anything. Take my truck if you want to take my truck." And I said, "I'm not taking your truck. I'm not gonna be accused of robbing or stealing your truck. I want my keys. To go get me my keys for my van." She said, no, I'll just go take my truck." I said, "No." And I said, "The police is right there already." So at that time, they were coming towards me. And they grabbed her, and they started investigating, taking pictures and all that. And they said they had found a peppermint spray down there, and there was a bat, and there was the duct tape, a knife. The paramedics came, and I called my husband to come and pick me up. My husband came and picked me up, and we came over here to the house and waited to see what was the next that was gonna happen. And then a week ago, I saw a truck passing by really slow, and I said, "Nah, I don't think it's her because she's in jail." And then I turn on my phone, and the first thing I see is her picture in there, and I said, "Oh my goodness, it was her." She was passing through here, and nobody told me they had gotten her out of jail. Nobody told me anything to warn me or anything. And the first thing I did is call the court and say, "Hey, what's going on? Why nobody took the time to tell me that she was gonna be released or anything?" And they said the courts had crossed over or something like that, and that's why you never got notified or anything like that.